Hey folks, Mark here. Part 3 about fundamentals slowing your opponent. We've talked about you moving to slow him down. We've talked about moving him to slow him down. Now we're going to talk about the most important part, mentally slowing him down. Okay? I mentioned earlier I was speaking with my old Sifu, and I was actually thanking him for what I learned, because even though I didn't master the different forms, I would watch him do it and I'd ask him questions and he would explain all the things that were being done in these like frou-frou looking kung fu animal forms. And something you need to know is the Chinese forms have really nasty stuff in it. But a lot of times what they've done, because there was a lot of competition, there was a lot of fighting, and there was a lot of spying going on, is that they would take and they would add in extra stuff, right? So if the Japanese styles, you open up if they were a book and you could open it up, you would see this page intentionally left blank. And boy, did I just date myself as a computer nerd, right? Because they're not telling you everything. Well, the Okinawans would rip the pages out. Okay, you knew something's missing there. You just don't know what it is. Well, I always refer to the Chinese styles as they took the book and then they took the yellow pages, inserted it, and I'm dating myself again. Then they took the Encyclopedia Britannica and inserted it, and you all of a sudden have all these volumes with this page matters, this page matters, this page matters. What about all the other stuff? Yeah, forget it. So it was really meant to confuse the enemy. I kind of like that idea. But when you talk about mental confusion, okay, what I loved about the 5 animal forms is it allowed me to present a buffet of pain. Okay, sure, this guy may be able to take a punch, but how well is he going to react when I do monkey snatches peaches and looks at his watch? Now, monkey snatches peaches is you reach out, grab his groin, and then pull. Right? Well, when the monkey's got a date coming up, he not only grabs and pulls, but he also looks at his watch. That's the kind of stuff you get in Chinese forms. Okay? Or the animal forms. They are brutal. They are nasty. But they offer a buffet of pain that is so unusual that, sure, you can take a punch, right? One of my favorite stories about my wife, Diana, is she used to teach kids a thing called horse fight bite. Yeah, little bitty, just. And we ran across a rugby player / coach. Very big guy, also involved in the shooting world, and really rough and tough guy. And it's like, hitting this guy is a waste of time because he plays rugby. You think he's not used to getting hit, right? He's not used to getting slammed. Well, the funny story on this is that my wife says, yeah, I can make you move. And he goes, no, you can't. I know how to take pain. And she reached out and grabbed his inner thigh and gave him a horsefly bite. And this guy made amazing sounds. He just squealed and jumped, right? The funny part about this is every time we'd see him later, he smart ass, right? And she just look at him, go, and he, okay. It's an unexpected pain, right? It's something so weird it reboots his computer. Okay, mentally hitting your opponent with so many different things. Okay, it's not just I hit you again and again and again, right? It's like I can slap, grab something, pull him over, punch him and twist him, right? Now, by this time, I'm actually kind of really ready to just drop the dude. So I'm breaking his balance. I'm, slapping him. I'm hitting him in places that really, really hurt more than they should. And I'm twisting him up and I'm breaking his structure. And then, gravity! Mentally messing your opponent up is that you give him so many problems, right? And every second there becomes more and more and more. I mean, this is like your car breaks down, your house burns down, your wife says, I'm leaving you, and you get a notification from the IRS that you're being audited. Oh, by the way, somebody planted drugs in your locker at work. I mean, you just hit them with so many different things. We're going to get visited here. Yes, you're a cat. I can tell. You do these cat things. Okay, you done being a cat? Okay, be a cat over there. Instead of just giving him the same problem over and over and over, you give him a buffet. Okay, and you hit somebody with all this stuff and you overwhelm him. This looks a lot more professional without a cattail in it, I don't think he cares. You mess with his mind, so you vary and mix and match all these attacks, and he doesn't know how to handle them. And they're coming too fast because, hey, you know how you had 5 problems last second? Now you've got 7. So, in every second, there's more and more problems. Often, okay, this resembles the line out of the 13th Warrior. That's a line that made me go. And that was when Beowulf, they'd met the Eaters of the Dead, and basically, they hadn't lost, but they sure as hell hadn't won, right? And they had a problem beyond their scope. And they go to this old wise woman, and she goes, met your match in the Eaters of the Dead. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then she tells them, wars are won in the will. Slaughter them until you rot. Until you break their will, they will keep on coming. And then she explains how to break that. The thing is, when you hand somebody so many problems, so many different, and I mean, like, yeah, fine, I slap some guy right here, and it hurts way more than it should. And then I palm strike him here and knock him, I can only go so far with the chair behind me. But, like, it hurts. I'm looking up. I don't know where. And then, oh, my God, he's got a hold of my junk and he's twisting. Too many problems. You break his will. Okay? Too many problems coming too fast. He doesn't know whether to hit shit or wind his watch. And usually, when that happens, what will occur is the guy's will break. And that means he's like, get me out of here now! And he starts backing away. Now, if he doesn't, then he kind of falls down and go boom. But to quote Super Chicken, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. When you hit somebody with so much that they're overwhelmed and they're like backpedaling out of there, a lot of times let them go. Because they don't want to play anymore. This ain't fun. This is scary. Okay? And it is a really good way to end an altercation, a situation, fast enough that it still falls under self-defense. Clint Overland made a really good observation that self-defense is speed. How fast can you stop that attack? Because if you draw it out, I'm going to hit him until he stops, it doesn't look good on video. It looks like you're fighting. Okay. What I'm talking about is, the heart of my art, you could say, is the moment that I touch the guy, things start going wrong, way wrong. And in just a few moments, he's got like 16 problems, all of them painful, all of them confusing, all of them that under normal circumstances, it would take him a couple of seconds to figure it out, but 15 at once, right? You slow him down by giving him multiple different problems from different angles. And you can liken it to he's trying to fight a bee swarm. He's just because he never knows where the next attack or next problem is going to come from, right? And I mean, fine, you can take a hit and I let you get back up, right? Boom, boom. What Slavoj Goznik used to call the instinctive body reaction. But what's he going to do when I not only hit him, causing a lot of pain, but then I continue to push him off balance to the point of he's going to fall? So what does he address now? Does he worry about the pain? Does he fight through the pain? Does he worry about getting pushed? Or does he worry about falling? These are three problems, all of which demand his attention, and that slows his processing down. That's what you really want to do. You want to slow his ability to solve problems way down.